If you clicked on this video, you want to know the key to defense in Legends, and put simply, your defense can only be as good as how upgraded your base is. People are always asking me for what base I'm using in Legends, but statistically, 99% of you guys watching will not be fully maxed out, which already gives you a massive disadvantage compared to other people pushing in Legends. So today, I'm going to teach you guys how to max out your base as quickly as possible, as well as how to upgrade your equipment as fast as possible, being efficient with spending your ores, and finally, how to max out your heroes to give you the best chance in Legends as possible. Long-time watchers of this channel will know that I haven't shown this account before. This is my strategic rushing account, and that is how I know how to upgrade my base as quickly as possible. I've done a ton of progress over the last 9 months of starting this account, which I actually started at the same time as another YouTuber, JJ Clash of Clans, as a competition to who can max out quickest. So do let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos on this account. But let's get right into how you can max out your base as quickly as possible. Feel free to use the timestamps to skip to the part of the video that most applies to you, but let's go. So simply put, buying the gold pass every single month is the best value for money and will help you to max out as quickly as possible. The value from the gold pass is just absolutely insane. Even the builder perk alone allows you to save 6 days in upgrade time over the course of the month. And on top of that, you get a ton of books and potions. We will talk a little bit later in the video on how to spend those efficiently. But as you can see, the perks are just incredible. You get the season bank at the end of the season, which of course helps to get these upgrades done. And on top of all of that, with the recent release of the global pricing in Clash of Clans, the gold pass prices in certain locations has been heavily reduced. So it's much more widely available for people now in the game, which means if you do have the opportunity to buy the gold pass, this is the first thing that you should be doing. Now, of course, a lot of players watching this will be free to play, so I will have some more solutions for you guys later in the video, but let's get right into the next chapter of the video. So the final pay to progress method of trying to max out as quickly as possible is, of course, the offers tab. And I'm going to teach you guys right now how to identify a good offer in the shop. So as you can see on my account currently, I have 3 offers in the shop. Now, one of them is significantly better than the rest of the others, and that is because the bargain jargon offer here. Now, when looking at which offer is the best value to buy, I always add up the maximum amount of time that you can save per offer. So, for example, on the bargain jargon offer here, you can get a book of everything, a book of building, and a book of fighting. Now, if you use these books as efficiently as possible, you'll be able to save 3 16-day upgrades, which makes for a total of 48 days saved from this offer. Then you want to divide that time by the price of the offer. So in this case, 48 divided by the £4 is 12 days per pound, which is a good value offer. Now, looking at the other offers here, we have the Building Wisdom, which can save you a total of 26.3 days if you use all of the items in the offer at maximum efficiency. And then, of course, if I divide that by £9, that is only 2.92 days per pound saved, which is a bad offer. And of course, the final offer in the shop would save me 1.6 days for £2, which is not even a day per pound spent. So you can clearly see the difference in the offers here and which ones you should be buying and which ones you should be passing up on. So that is, of course, the 2 main ways to max out using the pay to win method. Now let's get into the free to play style of approach to maxing out. And finally, the last thing that we do need to talk about, which does lead on from pay to win, but also does apply to anyone who is free to play, is making full use of the Supercell Store. Every single purchase you make does need to be on the Supercell Store. A ton of extra rewards for free, as well as getting some Supercell ID points, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But as you can see, I've managed to claim all of this for free by simply buying the gold pass every single month. And you can also get, with the first 2 rewards, the gems and the potion for free just by completing some simple challenges which update every now and again. So please do make use of the Supercell Store. It is just free stuff you get on here. Let's quickly talk about the Supercell ID points. So if you were observant enough, you do also get Supercell ID points for every single purchase on the store. Now, as you can see, there are a ton of rewards available here. They do cost a lot of points, but as you can see, over the last, say, 10 months of me buying gold passes every single month, I was able to get an additional book of everything free of charge for 7,000 points. It does feel like it takes forever to get to 7,000 points, but they often do a promotion with double pass points at the end of every single season on the gold pass, which means you can get a book of everything in around about 10 months. Yes, it does take a long time, but at the end of it, when you do get to skip a 15 or 16 day upgrade, it is all worth it. But let's now move on to the free items that you can get, which can save you a ton of time when trying to max your village. So the first lot of items you can get for free is, of course, in the free pass. You will get yourself a book of heroes, which can save an 8-day hero upgrade, which is very useful. We'll get into how to spend your books later in the video, but of course you do also get the research potion. And of course we do have the trader shop, which is where those gems from the Supercell store will come in handy. We'll talk a little bit about how to spend your gems later in the video, but of course the other method of speeding up your time is with the raid medals. You get these every single week, and my clan usually gets around about 1,600 medals. That allows me to buy all of the ores and the gems on the wall rings, the hero potions as well, preparing for Clan War League, and the research potions, which can save a total of 3 days in your lab time over the course of the week. And then we have the number one method of maxing out your village, which is of course the Clan War League medals. Now in Champs 1, I believe you can get around about 600 medals every single month. Now I know that isn't applicable to most of the people watching, but it is ideal if you can aim to get the bonus in your clan as well as play in a higher league as possible. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to spend your medals in just a moment, but first thing we need to cross off is do not spend your medals on any of the cosmetics, unless of course you are already maxed out, in which I have no idea why you're still watching this video. But of course we do have many different options when trying to spend our Clan War League medals to max out our village, so let's run over those pretty quickly. Starting with the items that you should not be buying, the first is the Hammer of Heroes. This is absolutely horrible value. It is 8 days saved in upgrade time, and it is 165 medals. We'll talk about why that is so bad in just a moment. The second thing that you should not be buying is of course the hero equipments in the shop. The 750 medal price tag is way too overpriced, and you could save well over 80 hours with those medals, so I would not recommend buying the equipments. Then of course you do have the resources, which can be tempting if you are short a bit of gold and you can't be bothered to farm it. But again, do not spend your medals on the gold. Then of course we do have the research potions, which again, if you are trying to get gems, that is the best way to get gems out of your Clan War League medals. You can get 10 gems per research potion, which means that each Clan War League medal is worth approximately 2 gems. But I personally would definitely not recommend doing this unless you are maxed out. Then we have the research potions, which can be useful. However, compared to other items, they are a pass. That leaves us with the wall rings, the builder potions, the hammer of fighting, the hammer of spells, and the hammer of building. The wall rings again are useless. They are not worth buying. Do not get yourself any wall rings. So let's quickly talk about your remaining options with spending your Clan War League medals. So of course, each of the hammers can save a total of 16 days per hammer if you use them to the maximum efficiency. Whereas the builder potions can only save you a total of 12 days normally. During Hammer Jam, the value of the builder potion is boosted just slightly. However, it is not applicable at this current time, so I'm not going to comment on that at this moment. So unless you're saving and using them on Hammer Jam, I would not recommend buying any builder potions with your medals. So I did forget to mention also that if you do not have an upgrade on your village which is longer than 12 days, then the builder potions will provide more value. I'd also would actually recommend the builder potions if you are fully maxed already and you just have supercharges, or say you need to upgrade the seasonal defense. Builder potions are definitely the way to go in that case. Which leaves us with the hammer of building, fighting, and spells, which are of equal value because they can save a 16-day upgrade. However, if you're looking to max out your village as quickly as possible, the hammer of building is definitely your best bet. Now you can get one of these every single 7 days, which means in a month you can get 4 of these hammers. Now, of course, that does mean that you do need to aim to get 480 Clan War League medals every single month from your Clan War League. Now, this is definitely achievable if you're in Masters League or somewhere of that description where you will be trying to get the bonus from the Clan War League medals so that you can, of course, buy every single hammer every single week, which means you'll be left with 4 hammers every month, so you can save a total of 64 hours every month. This is by far the quickest way to max out if you are not spending money on the game, so I would definitely recommend aiming for those 480 medals and just buying hammers of building every single week. But that concludes the Clan War League section of this video. Let's now move on to how to spend your gems as efficiently as possible in order to max out your village. So here we are then in the trader shop, which is where we are going to be spending our gems from the Supercell store, as well as all of the other methods that you can get gems. such as removing obstacles and other items. Anyways, you have two main options in the trader shop, in which I normally buy the Book of Heroes every single week. I'm able to do this by collecting the obstacles around my base in the builder base, my gem mine in the builder base, selling all the magic items that I don't need, like all the research potions, the resource potions. Definitely keep the research potions. Anyways, the Book of Fighting does work out to be slightly better in terms of gem value. However, I do not care as much about my lab as I do about maxing out my heroes. As you can see in my hero haul, my heroes are very well upgraded for 10 months of progress, around about 10 months progress on this account. My Warden is almost maxed, my RC is maxed, and I am a couple of levels away on the Minion Prince and the Archer Queen. So I'm probably around about 3 to 4 months out from being able to max all of my heroes, which is definitely an accomplishment. And I also have got a fairly well upgraded village. So that's how I'm spending my gems every single week, and that has enabled me to save 8 days of time every week just from my gems. So unfortunately, that is all I have for you guys today. This video took ages for me to produce, so I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe if you did make it this far in the video. And as well, thank you very much for watching the full way through. I know I did mention that I would cover hero equipment at the start of the video, but I figured that's probably better suited for a different video where I cover hero equipment, which seems to be, in my opinion at least, separate from maxing out your village. But that's all from me for today. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'll be back tomorrow with a new mini-series doing my Legends hits, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. But goodbye.